rush through the afternoon like I sometimes tend to do. There's no reason, nothing planned, I just move a little slower too. I take the longer pauses, I don't fill the space, like time isn't something I need to chase. Nothing tells me to stop, nothing tells me to stay. Still my steps feel measured in a different way. It's not hesitation, it's not fear inside. It's like something gently changed my stride. I listen more than I respond, I let moments sit, not because I'm unsure, but because I don't need to rush it. I don't feel behind at all, I don't feel delayed. I just notice how my choices shift their weight. I could move faster if I wanted, I know how to go. Something in me prefers to move slow. It's not about the destination, it's not about the view. It's just the way the day feels better, moving through. I used to think excitement always sped things up, but maybe some feelings ask you to slow your step. So I choose a little slower, not because I have to, but because it feels right. When I think of you, I choose a little slower, through the hours I face, nothing pulling me forward, nothing out of place. If tomorrow speeds me up again, I won't feel confused. This isn't a rule I'm making, it's just something I choose. I don't need to explain it, I don't need a sign, I just like the way it feels to take my time. I choose a little slower, and then I'm good right here. Not waiting for more, not holding back fear. If this pace only lasts for a moment or two, I chose a little slower, and it led me to you. Nothing big happened today, no moment worth repeating, but somewhere in the middle, the hours started beating. Not rushing, not out of time, just slightly out of sync. Like the day learned a new rhythm without asking me to think. I still did what I always do. Nothing fell apart, but everything moved with a little extra heart. I didn't notice it at first, it took a while to see. The day was moving differently around me. I'm not counting the minutes, I'm not waiting for a sound. Still there's something in the pace that keeps lifting me now. Every task feels a little lighter, every pause feels wide, like there's room inside the moment left without a reason to exist. I don't need to keep the tempo, I don't need it to stay. I just let it move through me in its own way. My day beats a little faster and I don't ask why. Not a sign, not a signal, just time passing by. If it fades back into quiet, I'll still know it was true. My day beats a little faster and somehow so do I too. So do I too. The moment's over, the room is quiet, nothing left to replay. I go back to my usual thoughts like any other day. But somewhere in between the hours, I find myself dorasa, not to a place, not to a word, just the way it felt with you. I'm not stuck in a memory, I'm not living in the past. It's just a feeling that keeps returning long after the moment passed. I don't relive every second, I don't slow the day down. Still my mind keeps drifting back without making a sound. It's not longing, not regret, not a wish for something more. It's like my heart left something there and keeps checking at the door. I move forward, I stay present, I'm not losing my way. But something gently pulls at me at the end of every day. I didn't tell it where to go, I didn't give it a sign. Still it knows exactly what it's looking for each time. Something keeps pulling me back, not enough to turn around, just enough to feel it when the world slows down. I don't fight it, I don't chase, I just let it come and go. Something keeps pulling me back, and I let it pull me slow. Maybe it's not meant to stay, maybe it's just passing through. Some feelings don't ask permission, they just quietly do. I don't need it to arrive, I don't need it to leave, I just let it exist right next to me. Something keeps pulling me back, and I don't ask it why. Not a destination, just a gentle tide that loosens over time. I'll still know it was real. Something keeps pulling me back, and I like the way it feels. I don't wake up thinking about you, I don't fall asleep that way. The day begins like any other in its ordinary shape. But somewhere between the morning and the way the evening lands, I notice how my mood stays lifted, like I'm holding something warm in my hands. It doesn't slow me down, it doesn't pull me ahead, it just walks beside my thoughts like something gently said. I don't guard it, I don't hide it, I don't need it to stay. just let it move with me through the hours of the day. I can focus, I can laugh, I can drift in and out. This feeling doesn't interrupt, it doesn't shout. It's not a secret I'm protecting, not a spark I have to save. It's just a quiet kind of knowing that doesn't need to behave. I don't wonder where it's going, I don't give it any weight. Still it somehow keeps its balance, never early, never late. I used to think if something mattered, it would ask for all my space. But this one fits inside my life without asking for a place. I carry it lightly, I don't hold it tight. It doesn't make me restless, it doesn't keep me up at night. I carry it lightly through whatever I do. Not a question, not a plan, just a feel moving through. Maybe this is what it means to let something be. Not everything you feel has to lean on certainty. I don't need to understand it, I don't need control. Some things feel best when you let them stay whole. I carry it lightly and I like it that way. It doesn't ask for tomorrow, it doesn't ask me to stay. If it fades, it fades gently. If it stays true. I carry it lightly and I let it carry me too. I can't explain why it feels this way, like I've known this moment before. Nothing about it should feel familiar, but my heart says otherwise. It's not deja vu, not memory, just a comfort I didn't expect. Like slipping into something warm without needing to adjust. We don't share the many stories, there's still so much I don't know. But every silence between us feels easy, feels slow. I'm not filling up the space, I'm not afraid to let it breathe. There's something calm about the way you're just here with me. I thought new feelings always rushed in, loud and hard to ignore. But this one settles in quietly, like it's been waiting at the door. It feels familiar somehow, even though it's new. Like my heart already knows what to do with you. I don't need to figure it out, I don't need to understand. It feels familiar somehow, like it fits right where I am. Maybe comfort doesn't mean safe, maybe it just means true. Not everything has to surprise you to feel brand new. I'm not looking for the reason, I'm not asking how or why. I'll just stay with this feeling as it passes feel the need to hurry. I don't feel behind. Every step feels steady, like I'm right on time. There's no rush in your voice, no pressure in your eyes, just a quiet sense of something taking shape between the lines. I felt fast before, I felt things burn out quick, but this feels different and I don't wanna interrupt it. It's not pulling me forward, it's not holding me still. It's just gently moving at its own will. I used to think feelings meant you had to choose the pace, but maybe some are meant to grow without being chased. I like the way this grows without trying too hard. No sudden turns, just an open heart. I like the way it takes its time, unfolding slow. I don't need it to rush. I like the way this grows. If it never turns into more, I won't feel like I lost. Some things are meant to be felt, not counted by what they cost. There's beauty in the in-between, where nothing's guaranteed. I don't need to reach the ending to enjoy the way it breathes. I like the way this grows, right where it is. No future written, no promises, just this feeling, steady and warm, finding its way home. I don't need to push it forward. I like the way this grows. Ooh. I don't talk about it out loud, I don't bring it up in my head, but lately I'm paying attention to the way my thoughts gently bend. It's in the pauses I don't fill, in the moments I let stay, like I'm listening a little closer to what my heart's trying to say. Nothing changed in how we are, nothing crossed the line. Still there's something clearer now every time. I don't point it out to myself, I don't slow the moment down, but I notice how it lingers even when there's nothing around. I still move the same through the day, still answer when I'm asked, but there's a softness underneath everything I pass. I don't replay every second, I don't wonder what it means. Still my mind keeps making room in between. It's not excitement taking over, not a rush I can't contain. It's more like understanding without needing to explain. I let it stay unspoken, I let it be what it is, but it's getting harder not to notice this. I used to think feelings announce themselves with clarity and sound, but this one just keeps showing up quietly all around. I notice it more than I say, more than I admit. It doesn't ask for my attention, still I feel it. I notice it more than I say, in the way I slow my pace. Not a question, not a story, just a presence taking space. Maybe not everything needs a voice, maybe some things grow this way. Living gently in the background of every day. I don't need to give it shape, I don't need to make it known. I can feel something clearly and still let it be my own. I don't feel that nervous pull I used to feel before. No racing thoughts, no second guesses, no pacing by the door. I just notice how the moment sits without asking me to change. Like I don't need to prepare myself or rearrange. I'm not trying to impress, I'm not watching what I say. There's a calm I didn't expect showing up this way. I don't wonder what this could be. Too far ahead. I'm exactly where I am inside my head. Every silence feels intentional, not awkward, not unsure. Like there's space to just be human, unforced and pure. I don't need to fill the gaps, I don't need control. There's something steady in this feeling, letting go. I thought comfort meant the end of sparks, but maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's just where excitement learns to stay a little longer. I'm comfortable here, right where I stand, not looking for more, not holding your hand. I'm comfortable here in the in-between, where nothing's promised but everything's easy. If this changes shape tomorrow, I won't feel betrayed. Some things are meant to be felt before they fade. I don't need certainty to stay present now. I don't need answers to know how. I'm comfortable here, and I don't need to move. No future pulling me forward, nothing to prove. If this is all it ever gives, I'll still stay sincere. I'm comfortable here, and that feels right to me. I noticed it the other day, how my heart reacts to you. Not in a way that scares me, just something gently new. I don't need to read between every look, every sign. I'm learning how to feel something without wasting time. There's comfort in not knowing yet, in letting moments breathe. I don't need to hold the answer to enjoy the mystery. Every time we're standing close, I feel it in my chest, not pulling me forward, just asking me to rest. I used to think feelings meant you had to choose a side, but maybe some are meant to linger without being defined. I'm not rushing this, I don't feel the need. I like the way it unfolds slowly. No lines to cross, no names to give. I'm not rushing this, I'm just letting it live. If it grows, I'll meet it there. If it doesn't, I'll still smile. I don't need it to be forever for it to feel worthwhile. There's something beautiful in not asking for more, just letting the moment be what it's for. I'm not rushing this, not pushing ahead. I'm right where I am, and I like where I stand. No promises waiting, no future to fix. I'm not rushing this, I'm just listening to it. I don't go looking for the feeling, I don't open the door. Most days I'm just moving forward like I've done before, but somehow it shows up early before I'm even aware, like it's already waiting when I get there. I notice it in the smallest shifts, in the way my shoulders rest, like my body understands something my mind hasn't guessed. I don't prepare myself for it, I don't plan my response. It just settles in naturally, like it belongs. I can be busy, I can be full, still it slips right through. Not asking for attention, not asking me to choose. It doesn't interrupt the moment, it becomes part of it, like a quiet adjustment I didn't notice I needed. I don't stop to analyze, I don't ask it to wait. It's already there before I hesitate. There's no effort in the feeling, no tension to release. It just arrives calmly and stays at ease. I thought feelings followed thoughts or waited for a sign, but this one seems to know its way before it reaches my mind. It finds me first before I understand, before I try to take control or take a stand. It finds me first in the middle of the day, not something I decide, just something that arrives this way. Maybe that's how it's meant to be. Not every feeling needs a call, some just show up quietly without asking at all. I don't need to catch up to it, I don't need to explain. I just let it stay ahead of me like a gentle refrain. It finds me first and I don't run behind, I don't chase it down, I let it keep its time. If it leaves before I notice or stays longer than I planned, it found me first. It doesn't interrupt my morning, doesn't change the way I plan. I still move through all my hours just like I always can. But there's something tucked inside them, like a note between the lines. Nothing loud, nothing obvious, just quietly mine. I don't stop what I'm doing, I don't drift away. Still there's something riding with me all day. It doesn't pull me forward, it doesn't hold me back. It just fits into the rhythm I already have. I can be focused, I can be light, I can let the moment pass. This feeling doesn't need protection, it doesn't ask. It's not asking to be bigger, it's not asking to stay. It just shows up naturally along the way. I don't trace it to a reason, I don't give it a name, but my day feels more complete all the same. I thought feelings always change your path, or asked you to decide, but maybe some are meant to walk with you right by your side. It fits into my day like it's always been there. Not something extra, just something I carry everywhere. It fits into my day without making a sound. No beginning, no ending, just moving around. If tomorrow feels different, I won't feel misled. Some things are meant to exist, not be read. I don't need it to promise, I don't need it to stay. I just like the way it moves with me this way. It fits into my day, and I let it be. Not a future, not a plan, just part of me. If it slowly slips away, or stays a little longer to play, it fit into my day, it fit into my day, and that was enough for me. I'm not thinking about you then, not expecting anything. The moment feels completely normal until my chest feels different. It's not loud, it's not sudden, just a shift I can't ignore. Like my heart changed direction before I knew what for. I don't pause the conversation, I don't lose my train of thought. Still there's something moving quietly in a place I didn't lock. It's not nerves, it's not excitement, not a feeling running wild, just a calm that feels electric for a little while. I thought I'd see it coming, I thought I'd understand, but this one finds me where I stand. It happened without warning, before I can prepare. My heart reacts instantly, like it's already there. It happens without warning, no reason I can see. I don't ask it where it's going, it just moves through me. things just show up and settle down. I don't question it, I don't make it stay, I just feel it happen this way. It happens without warning, and I don't need to know if it stays or disappears. I'll let it go. It happens without warning, and that's enough to say. My heart knew something first that day. It wasn't loud, it wasn't clear, just something small I felt that day. But every time I look back now, it hasn't really gone away. I thought it'd fade by morning light, like most feelings usually do, but somehow it stayed longer than I expected it to. I go through all my usual moves, same routine, same old streets, but there's a softness in my step, like something's walking next to me. I'm not replaying every word, not holding on too tight. It's just this quiet warmth I feel showing up uninvited. I don't know when it's settled in, or why it feels so natural. I keep pretending it's just nothing, but nothing ever felt like this at all. It's been staying with me longer than I thought it would. Not heavy, not distracting, just quietly good. I don't question it anymore, I don't try to make it leave. It's been staying with me, and I kinda like the company. Maybe it's not meant to grow, maybe it's not meant to fade, maybe it's just passing through, teaching my heart how to stay. Won't ask it where it's going, I won't ask it what it means. I'll just let it sit beside me as long as it wants to be. It's been staying with me through the calm and in between. Not a promise, not a plan, just a feeling that feels real to me. If tomorrow feels the same, or if this slowly sets me free, it's been staying with me, and that's enough for me. Nothing really happened today, no moments I'd circle or save, just the usualers passing by in their ordinary way. But every now and then I paused, like I was missing something small. Not a thought, not a memory, just a feeling I couldn't call. I didn't check my phone for you, didn't replay a single scene. Still there was something softly there in between. I walked a long way home again, just to give the day more time, letting the quiet stretch itself without a reason why. I'm not waiting for a message, I'm not hoping for a sign, but there's a gentle kind of warmth keeping me company tonight. It doesn't interrupt my thoughts, it doesn't ask to stay, it just exists beside me in the simplest way. I used to think if something mattered, it would demand my attention, but this one never raises its voice, and still it doesn't fade. It's quiet but it's there, like a heartbeat I don't hear unless I slow down long enough to notice it appear. It's quiet but it stays through the calm, through the air. Nothing loud, nothing heavy. It's quiet but it's there. Maybe this is how some feelings live, not asking to be known. Not every light needs to shine to be shown. I don't need it to grow louder, I don't need it to prove. If it's real, it will stay without being moved. It's quiet but it's there, and I'm learning not to mind. Not every feeling needs a name to feel kind. If this is all it ever is, I'll still treat it with care. It doesn't rush, it doesn't scare me. It's quiet but it's there. It's quiet but it's there. You right away, I don't form the thought in words, but something in me adjusts itself before my mind confirms. It's in the way I breathe a little slower, in the way my shoulders fall, like my body recognizes something my head hasn't called. I don't stop to question it, I don't try to read the signs, I just feel myself responding. Every time, there's no rush of emotion, no sudden change of view, just a quiet shift inside me when I'm near you. I notice it when I'm standing still, doing nothing at all. The way my posture softens, like I don't need my guard. I'm not bracing for a moment, I'm not holding my ground. Still my body leans slightly without making a sound. It's not instinct, not reflex, not something I can train. It's like comfort showing up before I explain. I don't need to trust it fully, I don't need it to be true, but my body seems to know what to do. I thought feelings lived in thoughts, or waited to be named, but this one settles quietly without asking to be framed. My body knows before I do, before I slow it down, before I try to understand what's happening now. My body knows before I do, in the simplest way, reacts before my mind has something to say. catch up to it. I don't need control. I just let my body listen and let it know. My body knows before I do, and I let it be that way. Not a message, not a warning, just something that stays. If it fades before I notice or lingers past today, my body knew before I did, and that feels okay. And that feels okay. I don't think about it right away. I don't stop to understand, but something in me shifts its place before I ever make a plan. It's in the way my breath slows down when you're suddenly near, like my body caught the moment before it was clear. I stay exactly where I am, I don't lean too far ahead. So there's a pulse I didn't ask for, beating softly in my chest. It's not excitement taking over, not a rush I can't contain, just a quiet kind of knowing. I don't try to explain. Things late, waiting for it for a reason or a sign, but this one seems to happen before my mind. My heart moves first before I do, before I find the words or know what's true. My heart moves first and I let it be, not a question, not a plan, just a part of me. Maybe not everything needs time to show what it is. Some things arrive gently, like this, like this. I don't stop it, I don't rush it, I don't ask it to stay. I just feel it moving quietly this way. My heart moves first and that's enough. I don't need to call it anything or make it tough. If fades, fades, I won't regret if it stays. I'll understand. My heart moved first before my hand. Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Hey, hey, hey. I'm doing fine, at least I say I am. Nothing heavy on my mind. The day goes on the way it always does. No reason to fall behind. But then I feel it out of nowhere, like a tap against my chest. Not loud enough to call a moment, still too clear to miss. I'm not thinking about the future, I'm not caught up in my head. It's just my heart reacting before a thought is said. I can be calm, I can be still, I know how to play it cool. But something in me shifts its weight every time the room feels you. I don't chase the feeling down, I let it come, I let it pass. Still but maybe calm can have a pulse that beats a little louder now. My heart won't sit still, even when I do. I'm standing perfectly grounded, still reacting to you. I'm not losing my balance, I'm not spinning around, but my heart won't sit still when you're around. Maybe this is how it starts, not rushing, not intense, just a steady little signal that doesn't need defense. I won't try to quiet it, I won't ask it to behave, I'll let it beat the way it wants. I don't need to be brave. My heart won't sit still, and I'm letting it be. Not a problem to solve, just a part of me. If this rhythm fades tomorrow, I'll still know how it felt. My heart won't sit still, and I don't ask it to help. My heart won't sit still. We're not that close, but not the same as before. There's something different in the space we share now. I notice how you wait just half a second more, like maybe you're listening for something unspoken. I don't call it progress, I don't call it a sign, but something's leaning forward even if we don't cross the line. We're not close, but we're closer than we were, and somehow that's enough to make my heartbeat stir. Nothing to promise, nothing to prove. We're not close, but I feel closer to you. If this is as far as it goes, I won't feel let down. I like the way it's moving without making a sound. We're not close, and I don't need more tonight. No labels, no questions, just this quiet shift inside. I won't ask it to hurry, I won't ask it to stay. We're not close, but closer than yesterday. I'm still where I'm supposed to be, still doing what I do. The world doesn't blur or tilt, nothing breaks in two. But there's a steadiness I feel that wasn't there before. Like my attention knows what it's standing for. I don't drift off mid-moment, I don't lose my place. If anything, I'm more aware of time and space. It's not distraction, not escape, not a reason to delay. It's something that keeps me present in a quiet way. I don't feel pulled in different directions, I don't feel split in two. This feeling doesn't compete with what I'm trying to do. It sits right inside the moment, doesn't ask to be above. Like a calm undercurrent instead of a rush. I'm not stepping out of myself, I'm not leaning too far. I'm exactly to steady you at your pace. Nothing pulls me away, and I like it this way. I'm not chasing after more, I'm not trying to stay. If this is all it ever is, I'll still say it's true. Nothing pulls me away when this feeling moves through. We didn't say much, just sat there side by side. The kind of silence you don't feel the need to fight. Every little sound felt louder, the clock, the street, our breath. I didn't need to hear your voice to feel you there. I thought silence meant nothing, but somehow this one stayed. Like something gentle growing in everything we didn't say. We didn't say much, but my heart said plenty. Nothing happened, but it felt like something. No words to replay, no moment to explain. We didn't say much, but it didn't feel empty. Maybe it's strange to call this feeling real when nothing really changed, but I like the way it stayed so quiet and still made space. We didn't say much, and I won't try to now. No meaning to chase, no reason to doubt. If this is all it